Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company, and the absolutely crazy and eccentric, and many other words, Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Almost got in trouble for that one earlier in the week. WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, hopefully this morning or this afternoon or wherever time you decide to get your butts out of bed and watch the show. You're having a good morning, a good Friday. First Friday after the North American Hockey League Showcase. A lot of hockey going on. We are officially into the regular season. Congratulations. Got to watch a little bit of Connor Bedard skating with the Blackhawks rookies against the St. Louis Blues rookies. I can say this. I think the St. Louis Blues might have put a midget AA team out there because that's what Connor Bedard made him look like. It's hard to imagine an 18-year-old kid just doing whatever the hell he wants. Now, the AA St. Louis Blues, probably not who they really were, looked like that because they're playing against a guy that makes everybody look bad. Just amazing. But that's not today's topic. Today is the 5. And people are saying that I might be picking on the North American Hockey League a little too much. Pick other targets to talk at. I'm not targeting the NEHL. It's just the league that I am the closest to. You don't hear me talk much about the USHL. A good friend of mine is not a commissioner. That's not why I don't talk about the USHL so much. I just don't have that same connection to those guys as I do my good friend Mark Frankenfeld and the North American Hockey League. Don't laugh, Tommy. So during the offseason, at some point, the relationship between Flow Hockey and Instat and that whole group and the NAHL went a bit sideways. Enough so where the North American Hockey League just decided, you know what, we're not paying that. Forget it. We're just going to do it ourselves. There's always going to be, some growing pains when you decide to venture out on your own. But I think in the long run, doing so will end up being a very good idea for the league and all their other leagues. The problem is this. With something new, there is always going to be growing pains, no matter what. And boy, do we experience those growing pains in the last few weeks. All right, already. We've been getting calls and notes from fans, parents, players, coaches, and even team owners regarding the NAHL's new statistical and video system. Put the fire extinguishers away. Nobody is burning down the house just yet or running back to Flow Hockey with their collective tails between their legs. In today's 5, we'll touch on the biggest issues folks are having with the NAHL's new setup. This could be fun. Number 1, most important thing that coaches are saying, can't snag players from the BCHL because you need to buy Instat to do that, and Instat is now even more expensive than before. I'll be outside the budget. Here's the situation there. How can you afford not to buy Instat when 1 or 2 players from the BCHL, especially ones that are already committed, might be the difference between making the playoffs or not? 2 impact players easily pays for the Instat every year. Just saying. It's going to be a plus in the gate. It's going to be a plus in a morale for your team, overall, you're going to do better. And when you do better on the ice, you do better off the ice. That's all there is to it. That's a low investment to make in return for success. Number two, college recruiting activity is way down. Yeah, I get that because the statistics, and they are a mess. Really difficult right now to figure out what's going on there. Some stuff is current, things are late. I think yesterday was Thursday, and things were looking like they were back in order. Some things were a little off, but they're making progress. Number three, there's going to be a learning curve with any new system. But everyone is complaining about the navigation to accurate stat information. It's a little more rough right now, right? You have to do 2 or 3 or 4 clicks to get to the stats or drill down the stats of a player. So I'm sure in time, hopefully before Halloween, 10 days away, maybe that's optimistic, those kinks will be rubbed out of the system. We'll see. Number 4, and this is a big one for me, I have probably one of the fastest internet connections available outside of NASA. Right? We get really fast internet here. We're close to the airport. We picked up the big deal from AT&T. They came in here, made promises, and actually delivered. Scary thought. So, regardless, the buffering on live video feeds is absolutely ridiculous. Right now, NHL TV, I thought maybe because they were Ed Blaine and trying to stream 30 games at one time, and that was why the buffering was as it was. But then I was forced to go back and watch some games from the weekend in Cody, and I went back and watched the Saturday game that everybody's talking about, the Friday game that I watched, the Saturday game again, but kind of in slow motion. Half speed. Even at half speed, it was still buffering. There's no reason why it should be buffering on a archived game. What I'm thinking happened is probably it was getting buffered while it was getting uploaded to the system, and that's what they recorded. It's not a good thing. You guys should be able to record the whole game and then upload it afterwards. So live, play it, then upload the full game, every bit of it, back into the system afterwards. That would make more sense than the system recording a live game that's getting buffered left and right. Just saying. Maybe it was a bandwidth issue on their part, but that problem goes away when you upload the whole file after the fact. This is number 5. This is the North American Hockey League. So there's no excuse for the delivery of a substandard product. Somebody should have made sure every broadcaster is utilizing the same type of equipment. Sound volumes are all over the place. Some microphones are good, while others sound like they are broadcasting from an echo chamber. Turn that stuff down. You guys figure out your levels. Make it sound professional, because people are paying a professional price for a substandard product. That's all there is to it. Flow Hockey is kicking your butts right now. Do a better job. Let's see if anyone from the league is going to address some of these issues before charging my credit card again. Just saying. Heck, this is 2023. This is cancel culture. They may just block me from using the system because I had something to say. No, the NAHL office is not the Biden administration. There's no drones flying over my head to take me out. Not yet. That's it for today. Hope that you enjoy your morning coffee. Because, hey, Alex, my cup is really starting to look rough here. And have a good week.